Good evening. This is Joe Scarice from Work Your Money Podcast, your mortgage lending specialist here in the greater Philadelphia market. Michelle Wong is your hostess of the podcast, shot live and presented through all the different channels that she has it on for different types of entrepreneurial speakers, real estate speakers. And we have a great event tonight here at the Manayunk Brewery here in Manayunk, PA, Philadelphia, Greater Philadelphia Real Estate Investors Association Alliance. I'm here with Jim Zaspel, the founder of GP RIA, and we're just going to go into a little bit about himself and then talk about what GP RIA provides as a real estate service to the greater Philadelphia market. Jim, thanks for coming out.
Cool. Thanks for having me, Joe.
All right. Well, since it's your event, you're here.
I guess it is, but this is your podcast.
Yeah,
so
that's all right. It's all good.
Good.
So give me a little background on yourself, and we're up to the present, kind of some bullet points and highlights.
Sure. So my entrepreneurial life started at age 12, and I cut lawns, built patios for 10 years, and then it's like, there's got to be a better way to make money. And so here we are doing real estate deals, and I've been doing a lot of different fix and flips and wholesale deals. So full-time investor, we do 60 or so, 70 deals per year, and education has been a huge part of my business, and that's why I'm so passionate about educating other investors and providing networking, because networking and education has been really, really important.
Yeah, and I think people get misconstrued with real estate education, being a real estate agent or a real estate investor, and I think some of these events provide the differential down the middle. Some people just don't want to become a licensed agent, and they want to just stick to their real estate goals and ideas and what they want to look at and see themselves in the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years for that matter. And I think these type of networking events provide education, networking, and good opportunities, whether good or bad, but it's something to compare.
Exactly.
Okay, and I think you've been to enough events across the country to differentiate a good transaction and a poor transaction, or an okay transaction for that matter. I mean, not every deal is going to be a home run, right?
Right. Yep, I've done my share of singles and doubles and strikeouts, but yes, and the home runs are good too.
And making some mistakes, as long as you could financially get out of the mistake, you're hopefully never going to put yourself in that same position.
Correct.
Okay, and I think that's one thing we've all learned when we attend these type of events. So tell me a little bit about GP RIA, what you think it provides to the investor. What do you think 2018 looks like for GP RIA? Some thoughts.
So again, what GP RIA is all about is focused on education and networking. Because when you network with people, what do you want to network to do? You either got to learn from people, you want to get deals from people, you want to sell deals to people, you need lenders like Joe and others. That's what the networking is all available for. But one of the reasons I'm so passionate about 2018 or excited for it is, Joe, what you bring to the table, and that is the huge educational component. You've got a lot of great connections with a lot of local folks as well for education for different topics. Some people are all into wholesaling, rehabbing, rentals, and just zooming out a little bit, running your business account, all these different types of things, so important. And a lot of real estate investors don't have a business background. And so it's up to forums like this, it's up to us to make sure people have the information and the resources and connections they need to actually run a legitimate and secure and safe business.
It takes a lot of work.
It does.
A lot of coordinating,
a lot
of marketing.
Yes.
I mean, I don't think people even understand the concept that if you go into these type of real estate investment groups and meetings, it is not an award, it's rewarding.
Correct.
Okay, so if you ever want to identify an event that you want to attend, you have to look at the rewarding component to it, not the award at the end of the day. I think it's a long drip. I think there's a level of responsibility as an investor than to keep educating themselves, because don't you run into some people and they're talking about stuff that happened 15 years ago, or nobody, or the new investor doesn't even comprehend the mortgage crash in 2008.
Correct.
So I mean, that was a cycle of real estate, where that should be identified with different types of discussions to remind people not to say go out like gangbusters, but there's a certain component of conservatism that you need to realize by attending these educational meetings.
Well, it's all about keeping current. So the market constantly changes, laws change in this industry, right? This is a very, very changing industry, and so that's one of the benefits of attending these meetings is you're able to stay on top of what's new, what's changed, and really how to make it in today's market, whenever today is.
Okay, well then let me have one word, a transformational word that you can use for somebody that's going to walk into GP RIA and sit down and watch a presentation month in, month out.
One transformational, I can tell you a word that's probably should characterize somebody's attitude towards their business.
Okay.
That's probably the closest I can come off the top of my head, and that is hustle, right? This business, see, a lot of folks come to this real estate business from an employee background, right? They're used to being told what to do. They punch in, they punch out. And we real estate investors, we make great money. Some of us do, right? We make great money, but you're always on the hunt for deals, and that's one characteristic that sets apart really successful investors from ones that are not. And as far as the meeting goes, I would say the number one word is security. Security through education, knowing what to do, what to not do. Security through your friends you can call when you need help. Security through hiring the right contractors. Security in getting good deals. Security in knowing what your options are as an investor.
I mean, what I think when I'm hearing you, the one phrase I think of, it ingrains in my head, there is no shortcut.
Absolutely.
There's absolutely no shortcut. If you're not ready to roll up your sleeves and get dirty yourself, I mean, you've done videos in the pile at homes, walking through and actively being participating in some of your renovations. It's not all about delegation, right?
No,
you got to roll the sleeves up.
Not always, yeah. I think hard work, for some reason, I'm 31 years old as of this recording, and my generation completely sucks. Their work ethic sucks. Generally speaking, it sucks. I can say that.
We won't give that name of that generation, but I think there has been something ingrained that they don't need to work. They don't need to work. It's a little more laid back. Things will work themselves through. Yeah. Things don't work themselves through when a water heater, collapses, or the heat doesn't work, or something that happens that they just don't understand, and they've not supported themselves with a good power team to get them out of it in a quick and cost-benefit way.
Correct.
And I think a GP RIA hopefully provides some form of direction in understanding that there is a power team out there, and what you create is what you attract. Almost in a karma type environment. There's no bad luck, there's no good luck. It's really the people that you surround yourself with.
Totally agree. I've heard it, one of my mentors early on said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So think about the 5 people you spend the most time with, right? Who are they? Well, probably some of them share the last name of yours, and as you do, and hopefully they're good people, they're good influences on you, right? But who else? Who else are the 5 people? And for a lot of folks coming up out of whatever circumstances, this meeting is people's opportunity to surround themselves with people who have achieved more than they have and are on the same path, so that they can then bring themselves up as well.
Well, 2 more questions. One, how do we find out about GP RIA?
Sure. So really the best way to do it is to visit our website. You can go to www.greaterphiladelphiaria, that's REIA. So gpreia.com, or if you go to meetup.com and you search GPREIA, you'll find it on there as well.
We want to get mentoring, discussion one-on-one with Jim Zaspel. How do we contact you?
Sure. Well, I'm kind of hard to get a hold of. It's easy to find me, but it's hard
what
to get a hold of.
What number should we call it? Hopefully set something up.
Here's what you do. On the Greater Philadelphia RIA website, so it's greaterphiladelphiareia.com, there's a contact us button. That goes to my assistant, Sharon. She's the GP RIA coordinator, and she will pass that message along to me. My blog also has a lot of great content on it as well. That's my first and last name, JimZaspel.com. JimZaspel.com.
Excellent. Jim, thanks a lot for the time. I know you're a busy guy at the evening of the event.
It is,
I appreciate you taking a few minutes and
Joe.
Taking this interview and talking about a great monthly event you hold here in the Philadelphia market.
Cool, man. Appreciate it.
This is Joe Scarice at Work Your Money Podcast, your mortgage lending specialist. Look forward to seeing you again at another video podcast coming up soon. Have a great night.